Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Timsy Naked Tarot. It is a general read. It may or may not resonate with you. God, I went blank for a minute there. If it does resonate with you, that is fantastic. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry too much. Perhaps you can find one what resonates with you in the Earth Signs playlist, or perhaps any other playlist where a Taurus has come out as an incoming energy, which we are just trying to find here while I shuffle this deck. There you go. Simple as. Oh, and another one flying out. It's definitely in an air sign. Okay. So, the Eight of Spades, an air sign. This will be dealing with an air sign who is a fair bit older than you. Maybe 8 to 10 years older than you, I suppose. Yeah. We are doing a read on the judgment, which came out for you in the All Signs overview I done on the 29th of September. It was the full moon in Aries. Okay, we had Manaz, which came out as the overall energy rune. Manaz is all about like the horse and horsepower and having raw power and things like that. Okay, going with that is the Knight of Cups. Someone is thinking and dreaming and as that picture sort of suggested, praying for something in their future. The Three of Cups is communication. Okay, they're praying for some sort of communication, but this communication is coming in the form of some sort of group communication. Okay, so perhaps you know this person or they know you from some sort of social setting. Okay, a club you may go to, or a regular place where you meet this person all the time. Like perhaps it's a someone who works in a restaurant or a bar or a bowling alley or something like that. Okay, the card what came flying out, which is the overall energy for them, their energy, is the Three of Cups. They're the ones who want to communicate. Okay. Energy of the connection itself is death. Energy of the outcome, which the universe is angling for, is the Knight of Pentacles. From the bottom of the deck, I'm going for two. Two wanted to come out. We have got the Magician and the Three of Swords. I'll do that way. You will be able to see them better then. Okay. Oh, so the overall energy of this is a little bit of pain, sorrow, heartbreak, and the Magician is kind of like telling us that it was the pain. The pain isn't really there. It's like an illusion. So perhaps they're actually over the pain. Whatever caused the pain is all done and dusted and finished, but it's there as like a phantom pain. Okay, so the person, our air sign, we are dealing with the Three of Cups. They want communication about the future they want, which is the oh geez. Okay, right. Let's just go through this quickly. You've got the Ten of Pentacles. This is just for those people who are listening to this and not actually watching it. Some people, they stick the earbud in and they're driving around listening to whatever. Maybe they're listening to this. So we've got the Ten of Pentacles coming out for this, the Knight of Cups, the Three of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is like the Happy Ever After card, having everything. Okay, it's not just having your finances and your practical side together, it's having your whole life together. Okay, it's in a book it's generational wealth. You've earned yourself enough to pass on to your children and your children's children, or it might not necessarily be earnings as such. It could be that you have the knowledge which you can pass on to your children and your children's children, okay, for whatever that knowledge may be. Maybe you're a survival expert, or maybe they're a survival expert. We're talking about them. So maybe they're a survival expert and they've got this knowledge which will go on, which they will pass on to their children, and their children will pass it on to their children. It's that sort of energy. It's something, a lot of it. There's an abundance of it. So they want to communicate about an abundance. Okay, or maybe they're in some sort of group. Maybe if they are a survival expert, maybe they're in some sort of prepper group or survival group. Okay, and that's where they know you from. Maybe you've recently joined, or you've been in it for a long time, and they want to talk to you about this, whatever it is, be it wealth, be it knowledge, be it just having your life together, or they want to talk about having their life together with you. Maybe you're the key bit to make this Ten of Pentacles perfect. They're dreaming about it. The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is quite a fast energy. They are driving towards it. This is telling us this is what they're dreaming about, because that's what they're looking at. I say they're dreaming about it because the Knight of Cups is meant to be looking into that Ace of Cups he carries for his king, and he sees the future he wants. Okay, yes, he's on a mission for the king to relay some sort of a love message for that. It is some sort of love interest, but love might not necessarily be for you, a person. It might be for a situation. It might be for money. It might be for a car, a child. It could be, the love comes in many different ways. Okay, so don't all of a sudden think, oh, there, I've got this older air sign who really loves me. Yes, they do. They probably do, but they might love you as a friend. Okay, free communication, Three of Cups again coming out. This is communication. They want to talk to you about this. Okay, where they want to go in the future with you, how they see you and them making the Ten of Pentacles. But they are juggling something. There is something in the way. Okay, there is some sort of something to juggle. On a financial level, that could be the fact that they're not very well off financially. Maybe this is all knowledge. They're wealthy and they're financially, they're not well off. They're juggling their finances every week. They're taking money out of their rent pot to pay for their electricity and their energy uses, and then when it comes to paying their rent, they're taking it out of some other pot, and so on. They're robbing Peter to pay Paul. Or it could be anything like that. In a relationship level, yeah, that could be that they have someone else, okay, and they're taking the love away from that person to give it to you. But then when it comes to giving the love to someone else further down the line, they then take it away from you to give it to someone else. So if this is the sort of person who's really into messaging you on social media, messaging, texting, whatever it may be, but they go through like these like a week of no messaging, or every couple of weeks they go dead for a little while, that could be this Two of Pentacles. Okay, there is the Page of Swords coming out, tinging all this energy, because it's quite nice energy on the top, except for the fact that they may be juggling you with someone else, is this disappointment. I feel this is a disappointment within themselves. Pagey there is looking this way. They're disappointed that they're only imagining things and not taking action upon these things. They're disappointed that the Ten of Pentacles isn't quite there. Okay, another way you could read this, now that the page is crossing this, is they're disappointed that what they thought was the Ten of Pentacles isn't the Ten of Pentacles, and they want to talk to you about this. They want to talk to you about the future. They want to rectify that Ten of Pentacles. Possibly because a third party is somewhere in the way, either on your side or their side, and they want juggling done with it. Okay, so let's see the connection. Death. Death is a card of new starts. It's literally a card of ending and new starts in one. Okay, it's the Fool, it's the World, wrapped up in one card. Okay, so the first card what came flying out was the Moon. Then we got the Page of Cups, which also flipped out of the deck. Then we got the Three of Pentacles and the Star. Okay, so the Death, although it's the ending of something and the beginning of something else, it also kind of indicates that something big has happened. Yeah, if the universe wanted to tell us that something's ended, it throws out a 10. If it wants to tell us something has begun, it throws out an ace. Okay, it's the beginning of the cycle, beginning of the 10. Yeah, something has ended. Yeah, financially, in general terms, in this air sign's life, something financially has ended. Something has financially got to a pinnacle. That's why it's a good card. That's why it's like all your wealthy and professional needs are perfect, because you've got to the 10. The ace, new wealth is beginning. If it was an ace of pentacles, something you're starting a journey on a new wealth thing. So this card did both of them. It sort of indicates that something's happened quickly, rapidly. It's everything about this happening is all in one motion. It's like a tower moment. It's like something out of the blue. And this is backed up by the fact that the star has come out at the other end. The star and the tower are two things or two cards, one of the few combinations where they always go hand in hand. Okay, just think of a time where something has happened in your life unexpectedly, and then you wish that you didn't do something what led up to it, or after it happens, you wish you could do something because of it. Yeah, it's the same thing. Something happens, you start wishing something else happened in its stead. So let's get back onto the actual read and how all this works together. Something has happened in this connection. Perhaps it's just a change of a way of thinking. Maybe it's more along the lines of a breakup in a relationship. Maybe you were steady with someone and you've recently broken up. I'm not doing your energy at the moment. I'm kind of now just skirting onto your energy. Okay, so but they're not 100% sure. They don't know. They're a little bit in the dark about it still with the moon. And there is this element of fear attached to this moon, I feel this time. When I say that, when you sort of walk around at night time, and when I say nighttime, I mean real nighttime, in the dark, out in the sticks somewhere, no street lights, you do get a little creeped out. You hear noises, you're wondering if there's someone following you down that dark street, yada, yada, yada. So there's an element of fear. And it's the fear of the unknown. The Page of Cups, there is a new love in this connection. As I said, I didn't really clock to the fact that there's a Page of Cups there while I was saying it, but perhaps you've split up with someone, perhaps they've split up with someone, and this is allowing that. That would be the Death card there. Something's ended, allowing something new to begin. And now there's this new love creeping in. Perhaps you're thinking about them, perhaps they're thinking about you. The Three of Pentacles is a wanting to work with someone on something, wanting to work as a group. Again, it's a group thing, it's a three. Okay, so there may be an issue that maybe they want to bring you into a relationship. Okay, what's already established, and become a third party within that relationship. Or perhaps maybe it's the other way around. Maybe you're thinking along those lines. Maybe it's been a deep, dark-seated wish of yours or theirs, and the opportunity is there. Okay, that's kind of what this is, juggling an opportunity. Okay, so the opportunity is there to do this, but let's have a look. It's work as well. Overall, this is work. There is somehow work connected, and if you remember right at the beginning, I said maybe they know you from some sort of like club or pub or establishment or something like that, some sort of group setting, because all from that Three of Cups I've got that group setting, and here it is again. There is some sort of work element. Maybe that group setting is like where you work, and they come and see you there, or perhaps you see them where they work. Okay, that Eight of Pentacles is all about work, and they have to work hard. You both have to work hard on the connection. It's not just going to fly out and be handed to you. It's universe is saying. Crossing this is the eight of wands. As I said, it's not going to fly out and hand itself to you. It is moving forward, and it is moving forward quickly. That's a fast acting card. It is coming out of nowhere though. Well, we know this. This is a death acting like a tower. There's the moon, the unknown. It wasn't there a few days ago, but it is there now. The four. Oh, here we go. The Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is all about commitment. Could be marriage, could be a proposal, could be just literally asking you out on a date, but it is some form of commitment. It's going up the next level of the ladder or wherever you may be with this person. Maybe it's just literally coming over and saying hello to you. Maybe that's all this read is about. They finally plucked up the courage to come and say hello to you, or you them. Crossing this Four of Wands is the World card. This is the minor arcana of that. Okay, it's a new start. Yeah, well, we know there's new starts in here. It's hidden around everywhere. We've got a 10 here indicating a new start. I've already covered that. We got a death here, indicates a new start. We got a star here, indicates there has been a tower, which then in turn indicates a new start of some description. And I'll just go for one more. After that, we've got death, which is taking us back to the beginning of the cycle. Okay, and also telling us that yes, this is definitely all the crossing cards you're getting for this particular section, Simon. Okay, so I will stop doing that. Okay, universe, let's crack on with it, shall we? The Knight of Pentacles, the outcome the universe is hoping for. It's not going to go as fast as you want. It's not going to go as fast as you thought. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles is a little bit of caution, actually. It's saying take preparations. Okay, prepare yourself for this. Prepare yourself for what is coming, because it is coming. Yeah, so just prepare yourself for it. It's a bit like well, preppers do it all the time. Okay, preppers, they have like a week's worth of food in their larder, maybe a year's worth of food in their larder. They've learnt skills, they've learnt techniques, which like survival skills and things. And I'm being pulled back to that survival thing again. It's from that 10 of Pentacles. Now, what they're prepping for, yeah, who knows? Maybe they're prepping for the end of the world. Maybe they're just prepping for the next major storm, what's going to hit. Maybe they live in Florida, so they're expecting another hurricane at some point this year. So they have all this stuff all set aside, all ready for that one occasion they might need it. And that's what this card is, getting ready for something which is, will happen. People who live in Florida know they will get hit by a hurricane at some point while they live there. Okay, so they're getting ready for it. They putting things into place to make sure that they have got everything they need. Right, I'm not going to take all of these as reverse cards. Okay, I'm literally going to do it like that, I think. Oh, like that. Okay, we're going to have that one as a reverse one at the end. Okay. So, what are you preparing yourself for in this outcome? The Two of Cups in reverse. The Two of Cups is quite often seen as a coming together of energies, but it's also seen as a twin flame situation. Now, the outcome of this is telling you that this is not going to be, not a twin flame situation, a soulmate, some sort of bond. Okay. It's a coming together of energies, but it's not going to be what you thought it was. Okay? Remember up here when I said that 10 of Pentacles is not what they think it is. Yeah? That was my alternative reading right at the end of going through that little bit. This one is, yes, you may feel that there is some major connection. Yes, you may feel that they're going to be the person for the rest of your life. Yes, you may feel that they're your soulmate or something like that. But the universe is saying, no, they're not. Prepare yourself, because they're not. In time, you will realize that they're not. Because you're stuck in this way of thinking. The 8 of Swords. You're overthinking things. You're overanalyzing things. When you think of a figure of 8, yeah, it does that. It goes around. It makes a continuous loop. It makes actually an infinity symbol. Okay? A standing upright infinity symbol, which normally 9 times out of 10 you will see somewhere on the Magician, but it's not on this particular one. Okay, so there is this element of you going through the same thing. You're going through the same thing. Now, perhaps it's you always pick the same type of person. Perhaps it's you always find yourself in the same situation. This is normally because there's a lesson to be learned in there, which the universe is trying to teach you, but you're not learning it. So every time you finish that particular cycle, you get put back into that cycle to learn it again. Okay. It's a slow acting energy. This is going to take a while for you. You're going to go through this normal way of thinking you normally go through, which is going to be your indicator that you're in the wrong situation yet again. I say it's a wrong situation because it's not what you are looking for. This is not the coming together of energy that you thought it would be, what you were expecting. Although it is going to be a happy, nice time. It's not going to be bad. There's not going to be violence or anything like that. It's just going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be warm. It's going to be securing. Okay. With the strength in reverso, this is also telling us that there's fear in there. I feel the fear is you're not ready for another loss. Okay, this is the overall energy of all this. This person will be a loss to you. Okay, but you're not ready for that loss. Okay, and the fear also tells us you kind of need to have strength to combat this. The reason for all this is crossing here with the King of Wands there. The King of Wands is a little bit of an arrogant, vain person, a little bit of someone who's all about themselves. Don't get me wrong. When you put those like qualities together and push that into someone who's on a business sense or a project or something like that, it makes them very driven. They're very good at like driving forward in an idea. They feel passion for. At least if they feel passion for it. If they don't feel any passion for it, don't expect anything from them except for maybe seeing their back as they walk away, because it's not for them. This is all about them. This is telling me this is all about you, the King of Wands. Not that you appear as the King of Wands in tarot at all, but it's about the King of Wands. And I'm feeling that this is you. You are someone who's driven and passionate and a little bit vain. Sorry, Taurus, you're a little bit vain. And if you look where he's looking at this Two of Cups. You seem to be on this little mission of finding the perfect person. Now, I'm just going to put it out there. They don't exist. There is no such thing as a perfect person. There's lots of people who come close, and there's lots of people you may have turned away because they're missing one little element. But that is the best you will ever get. There's no such thing as perfection. If there was perfection, you wouldn't be watching a tarot reading. I wouldn't be doing a tarot reading, because we'll all be gods. And the problem with us all being gods is the fact that that would make us all normal. Okay? And then we'd realise, well, shit, we still don't have perfection. So, God ain't perfect. I'm just putting it out there. I might have just upset a few people, but I'll just put it out there. God ain't perfect. King of Wands. Yeah. Looking for the perfect. Crossing the King of Wands is the Fool. You need to start again. You need to take a leap of faith. Take a leap of faith onto something different. There you go. That's Simon's personal advice to you. Okay, so it's also come from the universe. Everything I say in the tarot read comes from the universe. Hell, I don't normally give anyone any advice. I normally sit on the events. I normally sit on the fence and look at both sides and then go, maybe. Okay, universe. What do you want to tell my Taurians about all this? What advice would you like to give Taurus? Okay. Well, I'm only going to take one card. In fact, this is going to be a rare thing. I'm going to move my camera for a second. Right, here we go. Yeah, here we go. You're going to look at all this now. All the cards, they fell on the floor down there. Yeah, there's just one just still standing there, and that's the one we're going for. Sorry if you saw my foot and a little bit of mess. haven't had time to tidy up. Okay. So this is the one we're going for. A page of what? No, an ace of wands. Well, if you remember right at the beginning here, I said 10s indicate endings, aces, new beginnings. Okay. The fact that a 10 come out indicates that there will be a new beginning, and here we go. Should I put that back in as well? Yeah, just in case they want to come out again. Okay, so the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a passionate new beginning. It's can be fiery, but the problem with fire is sometimes it don't catch. It's temperamental. Okay, sometimes it does catch. It gets out of control and you burn a house down. Other times you can't even keep that light going long enough to light a candle to see what you're doing. Oh, look, the moon card, being in the dark, remember that? And you can't even light a candle to see what you're doing. So we've got the 7 of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups. Okay. So I said you're searching. Down here, I said you're searching for that perfect person, but they're never quite perfect. And you keep letting them go because of that. You've met them. Okay, you've had them. The universe is saying you've been there. You've done that. You've had a passionate start with them. It may have been one of those ones where it didn't flare off. It was one of those ones where you were a little bit defensive. Okay, you were a little bit up on your heel saying that this is how it's got to be. In time, though, the 7 of Pentacles there, it will come back. Okay, everything comes in cycles. Okay, maybe the cycle might be once a lifetime. Maybe the cycle will be 2 or 3 times a lifetime. Maybe it's a daily cycle you have. But we all have cycles for various different reasons, of various different lengths. Now, this represents the cycles. It's like a card of planting something and then harvesting something. And then you take what you harvest, but you keep a little bit back to plant again so you can harvest it the following year or the following cycle. The 6 of Cups is all about looking back at past happy times, and it's in line with our sun down here. So it was warm, it was loving, it was nurturing, and it was protective. And 3 things I wouldn't normally have said about the sun, but I am saying about this. This is the kind of the situation you were in, which you let go of. It is possibly that maybe that King of Wands down there, maybe they let go of you. Okay, but it's also a card of soulmate connections and soulmate contracts. Okay, and the Judgment there is saying you have had this, you had this in the past, but with Judgment, this is a card which links up to other cards. Okay, it goes one of 2 ways when you get to Judgment. You either go back to the Fool, yeah, and you have to reset the cycle and start again, which I mentioned down here. Okay, or you go to the World and you start a brand new cycle. Now, crossing this little bit from the universe, the advice from the universe, what the universe wanted you to know, is the 4 of Wands. Now, the 4 of Wands, as I've already said, is about commitment. Okay, it's about new beginnings. It's the minor arcana of the World. So you nearly passed it. You did pass it. You passed it enough to move on to the next frequency the level wanted you to learn. The universe wanted you to learn, but you didn't really learn from it. Okay, sometimes we do that, yeah, but when you're learning to drive, all what your driving instructor is really doing is breaking the habits you've picked up by watching other people drive. Okay, then you pass your test. That's when you really learn to drive. That's when you go out on the streets by yourself and you drive. Now, this could be like that. You learned what you needed to. You passed the test. But that's all you learned to do out of that cycle. You learned how to pass a test. You didn't learn how to implicate it into life. It was a new start, but it's a minor new start. There was commitment. In this person you met in the past, there was commitment. Okay? At least a talk of commitment, perhaps a talk of marriage. Maybe you were engaged to them, but for some reason it all broke down. The reason it broke down is I feel you didn't learn how to implement what you had passed your test on. Okay, food for thought. Think back. I'm not going to tell you how long to think back. You can't really do that with tarot. Tarot is a useless medium for getting timings from. Why? Why, I hear you say? Because the universe doesn't work on our linear time scale. Okay, it don't think past, present, future. It don't understand past, present, future for a start, because the theory being in the universe, everything happens all at once. Yeah, in the universe, the Big Bang is still happening. It's there, but so are we. Billions of years down the line, and billions of years down that further on from us, the end is there. It's all wrapped up in the universe, and it's, yeah, all at one moment. You could say it's like light speed. Theoretically, if you can travel at light speed, yeah, or faster than light speed, even if it's just 0.1 faster than light speed, you will then start going back in time. You will start going faster than the light leaving our sun, which means if you were doing 1 point past light speed, say, in 400 years, you might be past the first radio broadcasts, okay, what left our planet, okay? You would look back at the Earth and you will be 400 years in the past. Yeah, you'll be looking at Earth 400 years ago, because you're traveling either at or faster than light speed. Well, you didn't come here for that. This is tarot read. It was my point I'm trying to make, and hopefully it hit home. Don't know how. Can't even remember how I got onto light speed. Anyway, that is your read. Hopefully it resonates with you. If it does, that is fantastic. Please feel free to drop something in the comments to let me know that it did, even if it's just a thumbs up. Talking about thumbs up, don't forget to hit that like button if you did actually like this video. And if you did like this video, share it out. Why not? Spread the love. Last of all, yeah, if you want to be part of Timsy's Tarot team, hit the subscribe button and get notified every time I do a read. So maybe, as I said, Taurus might come out as the next incoming energy for my next read I do. And it might be you. Okay. So, hope you all had, especially as Gemini's the next read. Hope you all enjoyed this read, and I hope you all have a wonderful week.